WNBS Sports and Tri-State Megabucks present Candlepin Skins. It's bowling with a whole new twist as New England's best bowlers battle for cash prizes in every box. Candlepin Skins is produced in conjunction with the New Hampshire Candlepin Bowling Association. And now your hosts, Doug Brown and Dan Murphy.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Londonderry Bowling Center and a brand new season of bowling here on the Winds of New England from Londonderry. And with the new season, a brand new show. Well, kind of new. We're glad you're here. Doug Brown along with Dan Murphy. Kind of new because we actually tried this out in the spring, Dan, and the response was pretty overwhelming. And we want to thank all of you for participating in our informal survey, which turned out to be a ringing endorsement for something new, something different. The bowlers enjoyed it. It seemed like the viewers enjoyed it too. Candlepin Skins, and now we're here for good on Saturdays.
Well, it just shows you're not wasting your time writing in about the show because you asked for it, and we're going to give it to you. We do listen to the audience.
Well, Candlepin Skins, obviously, if you did not catch us back in the spring, it's a new format here in the States. It's been tried in Canada before, and obviously many of you familiar with golf skins formats will pick it up very, very quickly. Those of you who are unfamiliar with skins, give it a try because we think once you catch on, you'll really enjoy it. It's completely different than any other bowling format you've ever seen, Dan, and for the purposes of this show, where we used to have doubles competition, now we have four guys in singles competition, so it makes it that much more exciting.
Not only that, but there's a microphone down there with the bowlers, so it's going to be a lot of fun to listen to the bowlers.
All right, let's first of all put you up to date on exactly the bowlers that you're going to see in this first series here on Candlepin Skins, and we'll explain a little bit more about that as we go along. You'll recall back in the spring that we did 4 weeks of Candlepin Skins. The two bowlers that had the highest total pinfall in that last series were Joe Ashline and Bob Kelly. So they have returned to join these new bowlers that qualified in our final roll-off. Tim Lipke and Don Richmond will join us today. Next week, Bob Whitcomb and Paul Barrasso will come in, and then a couple of weeks down the line, it'll be Sean McKinley and Chris Sargent, and 3 weeks from now, Tom Morgan and Al Ferris will join us. And we should explain here, Dan, that we've got 8 guys coming out of the roll-off, plus 2 that were carried over from the previous series. So a total of 10 bowlers, but a chance really for guys to go on continuously without having to worry about being eliminated.
That's right. There's skins involved and money winning there, but the ultimate goal is to have the highest pinfall so they come back.
All right, let's talk to you briefly about the rules of Candlepin Skins in case you were not with us back in the spring. We'll go over this several times, of course, during the first weeks of the show so that everybody can catch on. But bowlers do compete individually. They'll bowl one box at a time. The high score in each box will win the skin. The skins are worth varying amounts. We'll go over that in a second. The top 2 in total pinfall do come back next week and can get to continue bowling and pile up as much money as they possibly can. Skins carry over with the ties. Now, here are the money amounts. The first 3 boxes in each game are worth 10, the next 3 15, the next 3 25, the 10th box worth 50, and obviously there is the possibility with 4 guys bowling that you're going to have a lot of carryovers, and 1 box could be worth a lot of money.
Yes, and one thing to mention, a strike will trump a spare, but if 2 bowlers get spares, the fills do not count as far as a skin goes. That's a tie.
If this is a lot of information to take in all at one time, don't worry because we'll be acquainting you with the format as we go along here on Candlepin Skins. But we're going to come back and get our match started right after these words. Don't go away. Welcome back to Candlepin Skins, and this is the computer scoreboard that you'll be accustomed to on Saturdays from now on, as this is the computer sequence that we'll be using, and thanks, by the way, to Alden Warner and CompuScore up in Vermont for getting us all of our computer information ready, as Joe Ashline, Bob Kelly, Don Richmond, Tim Lipke set to go in this first for real episode of Candlepin Skins, and Joe Ashline starts with a strike.
And he kind of glares at the other 3 bowlers like, welcome. Bob Kelly tries to match him.
So now this is one of those situations now where all the other 3 bowlers will be rooting for each other to get a strike, so that first skin will carry over. If not, Joe Ashline will take it. 10 for Bob. You notice that column on the right? That will keep you posted on who wins skins in what boxes. So you'll be able to keep track of how things are going as we proceed here. We'll be keeping you up to date on the money that's been won and all of that. Don Richmond making his very first appearance here on the Winds of New England.
And it's looking good for Joe Ashline. Timmy Lipke, last chance.
And there it is. So Joe Ashline takes the first skin, worth $10. Tim Lipke counters with a spare. And Don Richmond with the 8. So this is what we were talking about earlier. The strike wins the skin over the spare. The fill on the strike does not matter. That's, in essence, the beginning of the next box. And Bob Kelly fires a strike in box number 2. Joe has a shot at a spare. And gets it. So remember now, we have 2 competitions going on at once here. We have the skins portion, and we also have the total pinfall portion. So Bob Kelly sitting up there with the strike in the second. Be up to either Tim or Don to try and carry this skin over, but they'll have to get a strike to do it. Tim does not.
Tim looking at the 6-10, and that will give the skin to Bob Kelly by virtue of his strike.
Not quite for Tim. Don Richmond with the spare. And Tim will take the 10. So, first 2 boxes, and we've had 2 $10 skin wins. Joe Ashline.
Almost a half Worcester, got a break, and let's see, gonna get a few more.
This is a fill on a spare, remember, for Joe. It is 4. Bob Kelly working on a strike and almost throwing the double.
Oh, Joe almost gets a big break with the ball coming back, just missing the 3-pin.
Spare for Bob Kelly. And the 9 box for Joe Ashline.
So Bob Kelly now holds the upper hand with this skin with that spare. So both of these bowlers now, Don Richmond or Tim Lipke, looking for the spare to have a carryover.
Talk so much about carryovers, we haven't had one yet.
That's right. We may.
Oh, no! How about that? Maybe a steal by Don Richmond unless Tim Lipke can match it with a strike.
And almost.
So Don Richmond takes the 3rd $10 skin with the strike in the 3rd.
Bob Kelly was counting his money.
And a spare for Tim Lipke in the 3rd. So we've got marks all over the board, and we've had at least 1 strike in each box, and that's why we've had skins in every box.
Now Bob Kelly on lane 30. Full hit. Oh, got a good break. Leaves just the 7-pin.
A 9 fill on his spare. Joe Ashline. And Bob puts the spare up. That's his 3rd mark in a row.
Joe sliding by.
Joe doesn't throw the ball any easier since the last time we saw him, does he? That'll be a 9 box for Joe. So he is open. Bob Kelly with the spare up, and now Don and Tim will come up to try and either match or perhaps steal with a strike. Tim Lipke first, working on a spare.
chance. 2-4-7 left for Timmy. 7 on the spare.
Ooh. Well, get 2 chances for a match here for a carryover. Tim misses.
This for the carryover, or Bob Kelly will win it. No, we're going to have our first carryover.
So that'll be a $15 carryover, making the 5th box worth $30. I'll tell you, we also have a terrific battle shaping up in total pinfall. It's all 4 of these guys bowling well. Joe Ashline, solid 9-drop, leaving the 5-pin.
Well, everybody but Tim Lipke has won a skin.
And there's a strike for Bob Kelly. His 4th mark in a row. Joe picks up the spare. So again, it'll take a strike to carry it over. This is a $30 skin, remember.
Don Richmond also working on the spare. He's gone spare, strike, spare.
An 8 fill. Tim Lipke trying to carry over and cannot do it. So that skin will go to Bob Kelly for $30. Both of these guys will try and convert spares. Don Richmond does for his 4th mark in a row. And Tim Lipke does. Fine shot in the corner.
I don't think he was trying to get by that piece of wood. But it was a nice shot.
That's right. We'll take a look at the scoreboard as we head to a break. All 4 guys mark in the 5th. We've got a great battle in total pinfall. And Bob Kelly wins that skin in the 5th box. So he is our skins cash leader at this point. And we will take a break and come right back in just a minute on Candlepin Skins. Bob Kelly, as we resume here, we've got marks all over the scoreboard here in our first week of Candlepin Skins. It's taken strikes to win all the skins up to this point. Bob Kelly is working on a strike. Joe Ashline on a spare.
That looked like a strike, and it is.
This is a $15 skin. Box number 6. Bob Kelly fills his strike with 7.
Gives himself the 2-4-10 left, and he'll leave those for just a 7 box.
By the way, you might have noticed there was an error on the computer with Tim Lipke recording a spare 8 in the first box. We did get that corrected, so Tim's score is accurate right now. And there's the picture with Joe Ashline putting the strike up in the 6th. Don Richmond and Tim Lipke trying to have this box, to borrow the golf term. Tim can't do it. That was a spare fill also for Tim Lipke. This is a spare fill for Don Richmond, and
that close.
No.
Joe will pick up his 2nd skin.
Worth $15.
Don Richmond continues his mark barrage here, 5 in a row now.
Tim with just a 6 box. Joe Ashline now up, working on a strike, having just taken that last skin.
Looking for the double, not this time.
Bob Kelly fires the strike this time. This is just unbelievable. That's a 7 fill on Joe's strike.
Try to grab 2 for the 9 box.
Came very close to making it. Another look at that strike by Bob Kelly.
Oh,
Didn't take long.
No, solid 9 and needs some help on the 5-pin. Now Don Richmond on lane 30, Tim Lipke on 29. Don will be filling a spare, looking for the strike for the carryover. It's not going to be Don. Last chance for Tim, otherwise Bob will pick up another.
Off target. So it's a strike to win the skin for Bob Kelly, worth $25 here in box number 7.
Don Richmond's string of marks will end.
Tim Lipke will spare in the 7th. Well, the summer off didn't seem to affect Bob Kelly's ability to flourish in this format. He was the big winner when we did this back in the spring. He was on all 4 shows, and now he's on his 5th in a row, and he's off to a big start here. He's won 4 skins already for $65. Joe Ashline.
I think all the bowlers realize now it looks like it's going to take a strike to win a skin. Ooh, just missing the spare is Bob Kelly. Spare chance for Joe Ashline.
Yes. In addition to the skins goings on here, as Bob Kelly puts up his 10, we have 4 pretty good scores here in this first game.
Absolutely. And the folks at home are in for a treat when we start the second game. We won't let them know until it happens, but something new with the computer. 5-10 left for Tim. Don Richmond looking for a spare for a carryover. Don Richmond's going to have a real chance at one. Tim Lipke 5-10.
No. 6 times in the first 7 boxes we've had a skin won with a strike. This is the 8th. Don Richmond gets the spare.
That will be a carryover.
And a 10 for Tim. So as Dan mentioned, it is a carryover with spares. Second time that's happened. So now this 9th box will be worth $50.
And look at the scores. Tim Lipke right now is low man through 8 is 101.
Joe Ashline on a spare. Phil's with 8.
And then it goes Joe Ashline 108 with the 8 fill gives him 116, 122 for Bob Kelly, and 116 plus a ball for Don Richmond. Big scores.
There haven't been that many open boxes here so far. Joe Ashline taking a look down the lane. I believe he wanted to see how far up ahead that wood was.
I think he has to play it. There's double piece there.
Wow. Boy, he did everything but hit it. Did about all he could do. So both guys open.
That hasn't happened today either.
This is the first time. It's an 8 box for Joe.
Maybe they're getting tired.
And an 8 box for Bob. So 2 8s sitting there right now.
Oh.
Here's Joe's spare attempt.
Watch the piece of wood up and over. The ball comes back, but the 7 and 8 pins are still there. Let's see, we need a 9 box right now.
Well, you know, Tim Lipke's the favorite here. He just told everybody that back in the spring he won a skin with a 9.
I still think one of these bowlers are going to mark. Don Richmond working on a spare. 116 through 8 plus this. Light hit. Drops 8. Drops 9.
Oh, look out! Well, it was kind of a lazy strike, but it'll be good enough for the skin. His pin went over too. Oh, I don't believe it. Oh, while we were away, we did not have a camera on it because it happened so late. But well after Tim Lipke's strike went over, Don Richmond's pin went over as well, also for a strike. So it is a carryover. This is Tim Lipke's strike. The other one was even slower than this one, so we have no replay of that one. The last box of game 1, this is worth $100 now.
No justice. Finally throw a strike and you come back.
In case you're wondering about time limit and how long you can wait until you either push the button or throw the next ball. So that was well within the rules of Candlepin bowling, even though Tim had already rolled his ball.
Spare in the 10th by Bob Kelly. Likewise for Joe Ashline.
Bob using the wood very effectively, playing the V. Now the two of these guys will stay up there just to finish their game, but this has no effect on the skin at all. They have posted their skin score with the spare, and Bob Kelly just won as he chops out the 2-pin. Joe Ashline carries 7 on his mark.
Well, the bad news for Bob, it's 1 in the spare. However, the good news would be it's still a carryover with the ties with the spares, unless.
And not only that, but Bob's 1 fill and Joe's 7 ties them for the game.
They are friends, but I mean that's a little ridiculous here.
As they roll matching 141s. Now it's going to take a strike to win this $100 skin.
And both of these bowlers are working on strikes now. Tim Lipke first. Let's wait a minute. Don Richmond looking for the double strike and the skin. Well,
nope.
It'll be a carryover. First box of the next game is going to be worth a few dollars.
It is. An 8 fill on the strike for Tim. And Don spares his strike. Don Richmond is going to have the pinfall lead after game 1, as he is already over 150. Tim Lipke fires the 10 for a 129. 129 is going to be 4th place after the first game. Don Richmond now to fill his spare in the 10th.
And he will be high, man. He's 146 already. Ooh, pull that one to the left, but let's see. Looks like 5.
159 for Don Richmond. A 159 opening, make it a 161, I beg your pardon. A 161 for Don Richmond for a 20-pin lead over Joe Ashline and Bob Kelly. Bob is the big skins winner in that first game. We've got a $110 carryover for box 1 when we come back in a minute. Here's how the bowlers have done so far in terms of skins winning, and this is what often happens. Bob Kelly with the 4 skins and the $65 total. Look at Don Richmond. He's won just 1 skin, but he threw a 161 opening game. Tim Lipke still waiting for his first skin, although he just had one stolen on that strike by Don Richmond in the 9th. Strikes all over the board in that first game, and boy, some terrific scores. Joe Ashline leading off game 2.
A little heavy on the head pin. 247 on the left, 610 on the right.
And a rather nifty 10 box for Joe Ashline. By the way, in case you're wondering, for time purposes, the first game here in Candlepin Skins, we have the bowlers up there 2 at a time on alternate shot. But here in the second game, we will have them just roll 1 box at a time by themselves.
Bob Kelly just had a pin swing between the 7 and the 10. Didn't knock either one down and left him a difficult spare lead, which he didn't convert. But he needs this to tie for the skin lead temporarily anyways. It's been taking marks, so. And if you see the scoreboard now, they didn't hit 151, Joe and Bob, but they hit 141 with the 10 pins of the first box. It keeps a running total for you people at home now at the bottom of the screen.
Right, so you can always keep track of the total pinfall down at the bottom there in game 2. Remember, the top 2 in total pinfall come back next week. We should stress that although we will be taping this skins program in 4-week segments as we do the singles program, the show really is continuous because obviously you have the opportunity to keep coming back and coming back and coming back as long as you finish in the first 2 every week. That's why Joe Ashline and Bob Kelly are back from that series in the spring.
And Timmy is kind of wiping his hands like, I got a real chance here.
Well, you didn't see it. He did it away from the camera, but he just made the choke sign to himself.
All he needs is a mark. Oh, let's see. Oh, big break. How big does that look down there, the 7-pin? Like a pencil?
This for $110 now for Tim Lipke. And he's got it. He's got it. $110 winner for Tim Lipke.
I go home now. Right in the middle of the
And all of a sudden, Tim is the leading money winner.
Dead center on the right side.
Will we get a skin won by a bowler without a mark? I don't know.
Ooh,
Try
almost
by Joe.
fine shot there. He nearly had it. And the 10 bucks. Bob Kelly with the half Worcester. This box, by the way, worth $10 after that big skin win by Tim Lipke.
That was a full Worcester now. Ooh, just a 5. Well, again, down to the final 2 bowlers. And 10 is leading for the skin.
Mentioned Don Richmond making his first appearance with us here on the Wins. And Don will have a spare leave here on the 3-pin. Don is from Holbrook, Mass. He and his wife Debbie have a 6-year-old DJ. Don works at Polaroid as an engineering technician, and he's got the spare. So that leads this skin for now, but Tim Lipke has a chance to have the skin or perhaps win it if he were to throw a strike on top of his spare. And
That close.
another 9 drop.
But this for the carryover. He had the 7-pin last time to win the skin. This time the 10-pin to create the tie in the carryover. 10-pin usually a little more difficult for a right-handed bowler.
And he slid by. So give that skin to Don Richmond.
Don Richmond is saying thank you very much.
And a 9 for Tim. Well, at least he can say he won the big one.
That's right.
So box number 3, worth $10.
Don Richmond still leads overall with the 181 for a total pinfall. First game plus
That'll be
these
a
2
strike.
boxes, and that's a strike for Joe Ashline. I was kidding with himself. He seems to do very well on the lower price boxes. Tim Lipke lets him build up first. Ooh, 1, 5, and 9 for Bob Kelly.
All of a sudden, Bob is having problems. He had that one fill to end game 1, and he's yet to mark here in the second. Having a little trouble finding the range here.
And right now he's in a dogfight with Tim Lipke for second place, or third place actually. He's got to catch one of the other 2 bowlers on another 5 boxes. 2 in a row by Bob Kelly. Don Richmond can pad his lead with a fill on the spare, and of course would like the strike to tie Joe Ashline for the skin. He's going to steal another one.
Yes!
He does! My, oh my.
That halves the skin. This one will carry over.
Leaves the 1 and the 3. Wood comes back.
This was a
Knocks
quick
the
one
3.
compared to the other one.
That's right. Finally, the head pin to go down last for the tie. And 1, 5, and 8. Good time to get that for Tim as far as the skins go. It's already a tie with a strike. Can't improve on that.
Nice out for Tim. $9. Now with that box completed, you want to keep an eye down at the bottom of the screen. Those are the running totals for 2 games. You see Don Richmond still comfortably in the lead, but a great battle for second right now. Just 10 pins separating second from fourth. On the strike for Joe Ashline, nearly a double.
He's got a nice little guide to the left. Anything below the red line, he'll carry this for the spare.
Spare on strike, in fact. This is a $25 skin now here in the fourth. Again, the first 3 boxes in each game are worth $10. The next 3 are worth $15. The next 3 are worth $25, and the 10th box is worth $50. And do you believe Bob Kelly did that twice in a row?
Wow. 1, 8, and 9. Well.
Oh, what a shot! Should have had it. Wow.
That's what I say when you have the spread eagle plus the 5-pin in the middle. Pins seem to jump left and right. And he almost converted that for the spare.
Well, that's a great. Oh, is it a 9-box?
9-box.
A 9-box for Bob Kelly. How about the miss on the spare, though? Check this shot out.
Oh, boy. How did that 7-pin stay up?
Great effort. So the spare is still there by Joe Ashline to possibly win the skin. Don Richmond now. Don is
left.
Filling a strike here.
Tried what he did last time. Missed the head pin to the left and get another strike. Didn't work that time. Second ball on the strike. 7 fill. And right now, Joe Ashline is starting to creep up on him for the overall lead. Don Richmond, first time with us, but no stranger to television bowling shows. Been on many of them, and he's one of those premier Candlepin bowlers that is appearing with us for the first time. Tim Lipke now in lane 30.
And a strike wins the skin. Tim Lipke steals that $25 skin with the big strike.
Smile from Joe because he was leading with the spare.
Things turning around quickly here. Tim was shut out of money in the first game, but he's got $135 here in the second. In all, $400 worth of skins prize money is available each week. And an 8-box for Joe Ashline. Now let's see if Bob Kelly can get things cranked up again. He's been open now all 4 boxes in this second game. Things kind of going south for him after that 1 fill to end game 2 on a spare. Oh my.
He turned away as soon as he threw that. He knew they pulled it to the right. He couldn't even steal the half twister. He only gets the 3-pin. Oh my. Yes, sirree, it can happen. Even to these bowlers.
A 7. Eight leads the skin right now. This is a $15 skin in the 5th. Wow.
Oh. Tim Lipke's kind of moving up on his seat saying, hey, wait a minute here, I got another chance.
Oh, look out!
Oh, what a shot!
Oh, a great shot by Don Richmond.
Well, Tim, it's not going to be as easy as what you thought.
What a shot.
Looks like my 8's no good.
Off the wall, gets the diamond, and slides across for the 10-pin.
Might have heard Joe Ashline say, looks like my 8's no good.
Tim Lipke needs another strike, not only for a double, but to win the skin.
On target, and it's going to take a lot of work to get the spare.
Who said that?
Ooh, hang on.
Look out. It's an 8 fill on the strike. But Don Richmond wins the skin for $15. And with the spare up for Don Richmond after winning that $15 skin, we will take a break. We'll come back and wrap it up here on Candlepin Skins. Still a lot to decide. Overall pinfall and our overall skins winner for the day. Don't go away. Sixth box of Game 2, Joe Ashline. Who is still in the hunt here for overall first place.
Well, that's going to go. Yes!
Just have to be patient, that's all.
I still can't throw him as slow as Dawn.
Not as slow as
That
Don.
one didn't hurt as much, Joe.
Picks up a little momentum rolling up on the edge of the lane and then rolls back to the 5-pin. And right now you got a feel for Bob Kelly. His game has kind of left him, and not all his fault. He's been hitting the head pin and going through the middle, and
Oh, another near miss. Great shot.
All right, nice that strike. Please.
This is a $15 skin here in the sixth box, and it belongs to Joe Ashline unless either Don Richmond or Tim Lipke can strike to match it.
Look, you stick it.
7 times already today it's taken a strike to win a skin. This could be the 8th one. Don Richmond with a 5 fill on his spare.
so we leave it up to Tim Lipke to steal the skin, or actually carry the skin over with another strike. Otherwise, it's Joe Ashline's.
Try, Don.
Joe right there rooting for him. Nice try. Joe realizes that he can't tie him.
That's a 9 box for Don. So now Tim Lipke to try and carry this skin over. Nope. That'll be a skin for Joe Ashline for $15.
Oh, what a spare.
Oh, my.
Close.
Everything but the 2-pin.
Timmy's still trying to catch Joe or Don to come back next week, but he's got to start moving.
Yeah, let's take a look at the bottom of that as we go to the computer. See, Don Richmond is still in the lead right now at 241. That's the aggregate total for 2 games. Joe Ashline right now in second at 216, but Tim Lipke at 203, just 13 pins behind. Joe, though, working on the strike. And look out. Boy, oh
Everything
boy.
but the 7. Some of his friends in the crowd, wait a minute, that will fall. He's got a difficult spare, though. The wood is way out in front of the 7-pin. Gonna have to come up high, almost at the cap.
Got it. This is a $25 skin, by the way, here in the 7th box. Spare on strike for Joe Ashline as he plays the wood to perfection.
And that really puts some pressure on Tim Lipke. Would think that Bob Kelly is relatively out of the match now, I would think, unless he comes up with a string of strikes.
Bob trying to make something happen here, and again, a fine shot, but no mark to show for it. And the 8. believe Bob was just singing a Jay Giles selection. Must have got lost. Don Richmond. Oh, and a half Worcester for Don as well. The spare up for Joe Ashline leads the skin right now.
Punch.
And when Joe fills that spare, he's going to be very close to the overall lead. With this open box, a 6 box for Don Richmond.
Tim Lipke looking for the spare to have a carryover or the strike to win the skin from Joe Ashline.
Got a sample of it in the box.
And
Oh,
let's
my.
see, it'll be the 7-10.
Just another ordinary spare leaf.
Tim offering the ball to someone in the crowd.
Someone said that'll go, and Tim says, "Here, you show me." 7-10.
So that's a $25 skin for Joe Ashline. Here it is again.
Let me see that.
Wow.
Yeah, I must have stolen.
Right now, Tim Lipke still leading the way in skins money with 135. Joe and Bob each have 65. Don Richmond has 35, but he is in the overall lead. Although it's going to get closer, perhaps, after...
With this fill,
Yeah, this fill will definitely make it closer, so...
Tim Lipke still has time, but the other bowlers are going to have to give him some room and not mark. Joe's not about to.
9 drop on the spare.
We're making Sue one for a change.
The 5-pin for 3 marks in a row for Joe Ashline.
Got it.
No doubt.
This is a $25 skin again in the 8th. We have not had that many carryovers today. Except for that one big carryover, won by Tim Lipke. Bob Kelly gives himself something to shoot at here, although that wood may cause a
Hey,
problem.
you want wood?
Well, Bob knows that he probably can't be back next week, but he could still win some more money here.
That's for sure.
There's still $100 to be won here in the final 3 boxes. Nope.
No, I don't think Bob has a lot of confidence up there.
This is how I would have played it.
Bob decided to play the wood that time. It's kind of the way things are going right now.
See? Ejection shot. Okay.
So that will bring Don Richmond up now. Spare leads the skin right now.
480.
And Don Richmond is leading the overall pinfall by just 2 now. Through completed boxes.
Come on, get over. Go in there, take a hammer. Go. Come on, Eileen. Hit the corner.
Don's kind of a specialist at this, isn't he?
They're still moving. The 3 and the 10. Piece of wood next to the 3. Also one laying half in the channel in front of the 10-pin.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, my.
Oh. He must...
Keep it in the building. Oh, no.
And it'll be a 10 box.
Keep it in the building.
So the spare is still there.
break for Joe Ashline, really, because he had to figure that Don Richmond would make that spare, but it's all up to Timmy. Strike wins the skin, a spare carries it over. Anything less than that, Joe Ashline will win his 3rd skin in a row.
No, it won't be easy.
I think Joe's smiling.
What? I gotta cut this thing off.
That's gonna be good carryover.
Nope. So Joe Ashline takes another $25 skin.
And without a mark, hurts Timmy's chances of catching either Joe Ashline or Don Richmond.
Only $12.50.
I gotta buy Don lunch.
An 8 box for Tim.
Yeah, you might say that.
Now, the only total that really doesn't reflect exactly what's happening is Joe Ashline's total, because he's got to fill a mark. So with this fill, he will most likely take the lead. And he does. He was a little full. He was a little worried. But he carried 8, and he's got another spare leave. Oh, and he went by that one.
Yankee.
Well, it's going to be up to Tim Lipke, but he's going to need strikes when he gets up there to catch either one of those two bowlers.
This is a $25 skin in the 9th, and it's a 9 box for Joe Ashline. He is now the leader in the match, as you see, by 15.
All right, Bob, come on. We're rooting for you. The 1 and the 2. Yes, spare by biggest ovation of the day. Now it's a matter of, can it hold up for the skin money?
I should correct one thing quickly and say that Joe Ashline's lead is actually 6, not 16. That 15-pin lead reflects his total with the next box. Now you can see that his lead is 5, 272 to 267, as Don Richmond puts the spare up in the 9th.
That carries the skin over unless Tim can throw a strike.
And he does not. So our last skin of the day will be worth $75. Oh,
nice
fine spare for Tim. Take another look at that one. The 7, 9, and 10. Played the cap perfectly. Well, it's certain that Joe Ashline and Don Richmond are going to be the 2 guys coming back. The only question is in what order. And also the other question remaining is who will win this last $75 in skins?
I think it's Bob Kelly. Things have gone so bad for him this game. He is going to throw a strike when he gets up there and win the skin.
Try, Joe.
If we have a carryover here in the 10th, we will take a break and then settle it when we come back. It's a 9 box for Joe Ashline, a 140 and a 281. Fine 2-game total for Joe Ashline. Bob Kelly! Boy, you almost had it then. It was pretty close.
Gives him a 9 drop, but with this, we'll take the lead for the skin with a spare.
He's got it.
He'll stay up there and fill it.
Bob's 5-week streak here on skins going back to last spring will end, but he might still be able to pick up a little more cash here. This fill, remember, has nothing to do with this skin in the final box. His skin score is a spare, and he gets a 6 on it for a 99 and a 2-game total of 240. So after 5 weeks in a row, Bob Kelly will not be back, but he may still win a little more money. Uh-oh. We're going to have to tell Don that this is only a 1-hour show. Perhaps he's not familiar with our format. We just don't have the time to be waiting, 30, 45 seconds for each shot. Oh, and he missed.
Bob Kelly's still alive.
And a 9 box for Don, 123.
9 to slap, Tim.
But that 9 box was enough to give him the overall lead as he beats Joe Ashline by 3, 284. Great battle they had. It'll be Joe Ashline and Don Richmond coming back next week.
Tim Lipke needs a strike to win the skin. A spare will carry it over.
And there it is! $75 more for Tim Lipke. He's not going to be coming back either, but he's going to be our overall Skins cash winner. How about that? Tim will fill in this strike here just to post the final score. The 122 plus 2 balls. And it's that close to a double strike. Well, Tim with a late charge here. He's going to finish third, and a pretty close third at that, but just not quite enough to beat out Joe Ashline for second. As he throws a spare on strike, he takes home the $75 skin in the 10th, and we will take a break. When we come back, we will show you all the totals, all the Skins prize winnings, and set you up for next Saturday here on Candlepin Skins. Don't go away. Welcome back to the Londonderry Bowling Center. We're running short on time, so let's quickly recap what happened during our first week of Candlepin Skins here for the new season. The skins damage done. Of course, Tim Lipke taking that big carryover skin to start the second game, and then the final one of the day to make him the leading Skins money winner for today with $210. And then on down the line, Joe Ashline, Bob Kelly, Don Richmond picking up $35. But then as we spin over to the total pinfall page, you'll see that Don Richmond, who got only $35 in skins, is the overall winner for the day. Don Richmond and Joe Ashline will come back next week to join Bob Whitcomb and Paul Barassa. We've seen this happen before, Dan. The guy who throws the big numbers doesn't get the skins money.
And just the opposite, Tim Lipke wins a lot of skins money, and he doesn't come back. So that's the beauty of this format.
So that's why it's 2 games in 1. We'll be back next week, next Saturday here on Candlepin Skins. Don't forget, tomorrow, the season opener of Candlepin Stars and Strikes at Park Place Lanes in Wyndham. Until then, for Dan Murphy and the whole crew, I'm Doug Brown. See you later.